She's cosplaying as Akemi Homura in STGCC. Why Akemi Homura and not other Madoka Magica characters? Does she hate Kyubey?
小村明美ちゃんをってことなんですけど、どうしてそのマドカマジカマギカマドカマギカ他のキャラクターじゃなくてその明美ちゃんを選んだんです。
Kyubey は嫌いですか？Kyubey嫌い。
やりたい夢。やりたい。失敗した人なんです。好きだからやっちゃったんです。はい。すごくクールなキャラクターで、クールなキャラクター。あんまり笑わないこと
In a way, earlier on she said that she chooses the characters that is physically similar to her or characteristically similar to her. But so in a sense, she feels that she made the wrong choice of character to cosplay as Akemi because Akemi's character is quite innocent and she doesn't talk much. So in a way that is kind of different from who she really is. She's quite outspoken. So in a way she feels that maybe I made the wrong choice of character, but she's cosplaying as Akemi because she really likes her. Yeah. Sorry. I'm contradicting myself, sorry.
Alright.
You wouldn't have said, oh god, that's Superman for generation. But by the second or third time,
what kind of advice would you give to cosplayers who are interested to people who are interested in cosplay but they haven't started? Advice would you give?
Advice in terms of like where to start?
Where to start? Or reference guides?
例えばシンガポリアンなのでコスプレやりたいんだけど何から始めていいかわからないっていう人にまず何から始めたらいいアドバイス。
裏事情詳しい方は
みんなすごい詳しいです。
で、シンガポールとかって衣装とかって作る人が多いですか
？So she was just asking me, are they all familiar with cosplay? So I said yes. So then she was asking, well, she's got a question that she wants to ask you guys as well. So, how does like cosplay season go about? I mean, do cosplayers they make their own costumes?
Some do, some
Yeah, we were doing about 2 a year.
It's a mix of both.
So some will actually make and some will actually buy.
I will deny the fact that movies are successful. I know Iron Man's success, Spider-Man's success originally, and then Iron Man's success, especially as we produced that ourselves, was an eye-opening fact that people, if it's done well, if the story goes well, if you do the writing and casting, then
now it's her turn to ask you guys questions. She says that cosplay is such an expensive hobby, but at the same time, it's usually the youngsters, they start at a very young age, right, cosplay. So, since it's such an expensive hobby, how do they manage?
My understanding is they do work part-time or save up. Some is they try to outsource the source of things to make the costume.
So they would work part-time, save money to buy the materials to make it.
Some is just some of the.
we don't like to talk about it as fans.
Okay. Well, they're just from rich family, right?
Yes.
本当に真面目にアルバイトして自分のためたお金で必要な素材を買って自分で作ったりする人もいるし、あとはほとんどのお金持ちが
それって結構裕福なところやってますよね。そんなイメージが。
No, the number of people who see movies compared to the number of people, the difference is you can't even count.
中国までですけど、タイはそうですね。結構裕福なのは僕やってる。
No,
One thing she realized about overseas cosplayers is that, well, in Japan, both the rich and the poor kids is into cosplay. But one thing that she noticed when she went to Thailand is that Thailanders who are into cosplay are pretty well off.
they're from a relatively rich family, so they have money to spend on cosplay. Yeah, that's her finding after traveling overseas.
Categories was
one person like Dan Brown
well welcomed. It's benefited. Going forward, every film is built on the next, which is growing and growing and growing. But
the fact that part of it is a wider range.
it wasn't done with the specific fact of let's make movies to get readers back in. We could have invested a lot less money in different initiatives to try to get readers back in. It was a benefit that came out of the success of Spider-Man that we've since been able to parlay into other films. We worked out build specific new readers, new comic book.
And answering your question, right? Back to your question, she feels like these days, we have all these different mediums like Facebook or whatever books, and anybody can actually self-express themselves on the medium. So in a way, she says they can actually start off from anywhere, from something as easy as buying a costume, wear it, and take your own photo and post it on Facebook or post it on their own blogs. Can start off, there's no hard rule as to where you should start from. You can just start from anywhere you'd like to start. But one thing is that you have to know why you want to cosplay. For what are you cosplaying? For what reason?
I think it's on an upswing.
Yeah, so as long as your motivation or your objective of cosplay is identified, as long as you know why you want to do it, then you would know what to do next.
Where is that medium going?
That's something that could never
like
happen.
Yeah. How long does she plan to continue this cosplaying until age 30 or age 40? Or like that?
これから17歳から始めたって言ってたけど、これから何歳になるまでコスプレを続けていこうかなと思ってますか？結婚するまでしたかったら But now she thinks she will continue until she gets married.
First comic you've ever written, bring in a comic that inspired you, I forget what it was. You said 50 to 75%.
So I was asking her, like, any plans to get married, and she was like, looking out in there, she's like, oh, I need a potential cosplayer person. I need a boyfriend.
Do we have to be a cosplayer?
Hobby or continue on.
彼氏がコスプレイヤーだったら、
is the number of
共有できる。
journalists on top of critics have enjoyed the music.
彼氏がやったらもうダメ出ししまくると思う。いやいやいやいや。
Yeah, so she's saying that she's extremely hypocritical about other people's costumes. So imagine if her boyfriend, if she gets a cosplay boyfriend, and you can imagine what kind of thing she'll just say to her boyfriend. And she foresees that, she will keep criticizing him, like, hey, your costume is bad. So they start arguing. So that's what she foresees to happen. I'm asking you, why would you stop after getting married?
Check it out.
iTunes has perfected that for me, like no one does the same thing.
Enormously grateful
That's the next step. And the problem is that
who have helped popularize comics in the West.
opinions are all going to be different. DC,
Most often in my experience,
launching their own
were our readers who went running to their editors saying, there's a story we ought to be covering, rather than a journalist who got the assignment. The editor said, there's this event going on at a press conference at DC, so don't show up and find a story.
For better or worse, things just kind of meandering along. There hasn't been a great boost there.
But the
Now DC is doing whatever putting everything out day and
コスプレの楽しみ方が変わるだけで、何歳になってもコスプレ自体は続けられるっていうことですよね。I just asked her, like, why did you say that you would stop cosplay after getting married? And then she says, well, she thinks that cosplay is not something that you can continue forever. When you reach a certain age, that your physical appearance will change and all that. So, certain characters you can only cosplay until a certain age. However, actually, she started cosplaying because of her love for making the clothes. It started from a love of sewing.
Okay, so in a way, well, when people talk about cosplay, they usually talk about the making of costumes and the wearing of costumes and taking photos of the costume. But she feels that the concept of cosplay is pretty much everything. It's not just about wearing and having your photos taken, but it's about the making of the costume. It's about the posing. It's about the makeup. It's about appreciating the photo which you have taken. So in a way, although she may stop to wear the costume after a certain age, after she reaches a certain age, but she will still continue to enjoy different aspects of cosplay, such as making costumes and letting someone else wear it, or even behind the camera. She doesn't mind taking someone else's cosplay and appreciate the photos. So she may stop to wear the costumes after a certain age, but she will still continue to enjoy cosplay.
Jobs in film and video games and places like that. So that's why I say it's never been a better time to be an artist attached to the comic book industry.
1週間前かな、ランチとかで私、ドラゴンシューターっていう1週間ご飯とか痩せなくちゃいけなくて、本当に2次元に近づけるのって本当に大変で、コツだったりとか、カードラインとか、今しかできないなっていう1週間前、プロトタイプを続けて最後の仕上げとして1週間前からクラムチャウダーと液体はちょっと食べるんですけど、それなしで、パンでやるので、それプラス使う前から徹夜ディッシュを作るとかって言われるんですよ。だから体力的に若いとできないと思います。
And one of the reasons why she's saying that, cosplaying has a certain age limit is because of the physical stamina that she needs. Because once she actually attempted to cosplay as a black rock shooter, and then she actually went to fast.